everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this Christmas card holder using a hula hoop. If you haven't been following, this is part of my Christmas Countdown 2025. This year I'm featuring items found in nature. So if you're interested in making today's card holder, stay with me and I'll walk you through each step. These are the supplies you're going to need: a hula hoop, twine, spray paint in the color of your choice. I used gold, hot glue, floral wire, ribbon, silk flowers and greenery, clothespins, and embellishments from nature. I used acorns, mini pine cones, and stars cut from bark. You will also need a marker, drill with a small bit, an embroidery needle, and possibly a T-square. I began by making a mark on the hula hoop and then laid a T-square across it to estimate where the other half point would be and made a second mark. Then I used the roller to make consecutive rows. I repeated this process until I had 4 groups on each side of the center mark, or 9 in total. Then I very carefully began drilling holes through the hula hoop, making sure that they exited as straight as possible. You might have to position your drill bit at a slight angle, then move your drill straight so it doesn't slip and slide off of the plastic. Once all of the holes were punched through, I hung the hoop up outside and took gold spray paint and gave it several light coats. If I had primer available, I probably would have sprayed that first, because if you bump into the hula hoop with anything sharp, some of the paint could scrape off. Once it was thoroughly dry, I threaded one end of the twine through an embroidery needle and began weaving a continuous string up from the first hole, through the top, then over to the next hole and down, and then repeated. If you have trouble getting the needle to come through the hole, you might have to take a pair of pliers and pull it. I kept going until I got to the end, then tied a double knot under the entry point, then very carefully began tightening the line several times. This actually pulled the circle into a bit of an oval, which I kind of preferred because it gave it more of a frame look instead of screaming a hula hoop. Once I was happy with the tension of the string, I tied a double knot on the other end. Next, I took the gold spray paint and lightly dusted my embellishments from nature. Once dry, I created little bows from the twine and hot glued them to the clothespins along with the pine cones, acorns, and stars. I ended up with around a dozen. Then I took burlap ribbon and made a bow at the top along with a loop so I could hang it on the wall. I chose peach-colored flowers that would go well for other occasions besides Christmas. I really didn't want to have everything red in this countdown, but I figured I could change that out through the seasons by adding things like snowflakes or evergreen boughs. Then I clipped Christmas cards to the twine strings and admired this simple craft. So I thank you for watching and I hope you've enjoyed this countdown. I still have a couple days left, so don't forget to follow to see the rest of it. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook as well. As always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.